Nope, you're not dreaming. Cuphead is coming to the Nintendo Switch system. You can thank Studio MDHR for making their award-winning game so special, and our friends at Microsoft for helping us bring Cuphead to even more players. As fans know, poor Cuphead made a deal with the devil, and now the beast is coming for his head, cup and all.
You have made your deal now with the devil, Nintendo, and there is no going back.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. I've just finished watching the Nindies from yesterday, and they were quite interesting. There were a few things on there that interested me. I thought, was it Pine looked interesting? And Rad looked hilarious. And there was one about, I don't know, was it sledding or something? Dog sledding? Which I thought, what a stupid idea. And then I saw it, and it actually looked like it might be okay. So that one might be good. There's a few out there, and obviously everyone has their different ideas of what sort of games they like. So I think there was something for everybody there. But the one I want to talk about is Cuphead, and the fact that Cuphead is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Now, obviously, Cuphead was an Xbox exclusive, and it came to PC as well, but then again, most Xbox exclusives come to PC now, so it's almost moot whether you can call them exclusives or not, but I'm not going to get into that one. But it is notable that Nintendo have managed to bag this game, and Studio MDHR, and as Nintendo themselves put it, their friends at Microsoft have helped them port this game across. So it looks like Nintendo are getting more and more into bed with Microsoft, or as some people would like to put it, the devil. And it was quite interesting to note that during the presentation, they said right at the beginning that, Cuphead had done a deal with the devil and now the devil was coming for his soul. And that was right before they said that Studio MDHR and Microsoft had helped them get this game up and running on the Switch. So I don't know whether that was knowing and whether Nintendo and Microsoft were having a little joke or what, but whatever it was, we can have a little joke about it as well. And I don't think that Microsoft are the devil, but I know some people do. But it is interesting to note that we've got this game coming over now, a game that was a big game on the Xbox. And it follows on the heels of Senua's Sacrifice, Hellblade. That was a big announcement when we heard that that was coming to the Switch. And I think that we're going to see more of this happening. I think that Nintendo and Microsoft are, in effect, sending us a message. And I wouldn't be at all surprised to see that there are more games from Microsoft coming onto the Switch. Microsoft seem to be making it more and more clear as the days go on that what they're interested in is selling their games on anything. If they could get their games on your toaster or your cooker or, on the wall when you're in the bath, they will do it because they're all about the service now. And I don't think that's anything to do with them moving out of the console market. And I think people are getting all wrapped up in this idea that Microsoft are moving away from consoles. I've said before that I think that's a load of old nonsense. I think Microsoft are just looking at trying to have many, many strands to their business. And the more platforms that they can sell their games to, the more people buy their games, the better they do. And I think that this is not a bad thing for Nintendo either. If you look at Nintendo's core games, they tend to be of a certain type. And, they're very well-made games. But getting Microsoft on board with them is a benefit to Nintendo as well. And I was thinking about, Microsoft with their streaming service. We all know that there's been talk about that coming to the Nintendo Switch. And I wouldn't be at all surprised to see that. I do think there is a problem with the Switch, namely that the Switch is mainly a portable device. I know some people play it at home, but most people seemingly play it on the go. And so the Switch is going to have a disadvantage, if you like, against things like phones on the go. Because streaming services, once we start getting into 5G and all that kind of stuff, and I've talked about this, I even talked about this yesterday with Grant, and the video that I made with him should be up in the next day or so. But as we do move into streaming, the Switch is going to be at a disadvantage. But for the time being, that's not really the case, is it? And for the time being, I think Microsoft understand that most people are going to want to play the games based on the platform they're playing them on. And I know we've had Google with their, was it Stadia, announcing this week that they're going to bring a streaming service, and they're going to try and bring a streaming service to as many platforms as possible. But I think Microsoft, while they are very keen to do this, and I think that we could see the two big players in streaming could be Microsoft and Google, and I think they could be butting heads on this, for the time being, streaming's a long way off as a major proposition for most people. So Microsoft bringing things like Cuphead and Hellblade to the Switch is a pointer of what they want to do in the medium term. And I wouldn't be at all surprised that any game that Microsoft can get on the Switch, they will. I think they will. And I think we'll be maybe even seeing things like Halo and Gears coming to the Switch. That's a benefit to Microsoft with the install base that the Switch has got. And it's a benefit to the Switch because it will help sell the Switch to another market. The sort of gamers who would buy the Xbox. And I don't know whether it's a niche or not, and you guys can tell me in the comments what you think about this. But I have my Xbox at home. I will not play my Switch at home for the most part. I usually play my Xbox or my PlayStation or my PC. When I'm out and about, when I'm on holiday, it's the Switch. But if I could take my Microsoft games with me on the Switch, because let's be honest, Microsoft aren't going to be making a portable gaming platform anytime soon, then it's the best of both worlds for me. I get the quality of the Xbox One X or my PC or my PlayStation Pro at home, and I've got the convenience of my Switch on the go. That's not a long-term solution, as I say, and I think in the long term, the Switch could have a problem. But for now, I think it's a great move for both companies. And seeing Cuphead come across is great. And Cuphead sits really, really well as well on the Nintendo platform. The Switch is perfect for Cuphead, although I can see a few people wrenching their controllers off the Switch when they're on the go playing Cuphead. Because if you've not played Cuphead, it is difficult. I mean, it is such a punishing game. And I've not finished it. I've played a fair bit, but I've not finished it. But it is really punishing. So a lot of people are going to get a very rude awakening when they come to playing that one on the Switch. And it'd be interesting to see how the the little Joy-Cons fare with people playing that game. But it is a big deal. I think in the medium term, it benefits both companies. And we'll wait and see what happens in the long term. But that's what I think about it anyway. I don't know what you guys make of it. Let me know in the comments, and let me know if there was any other games that you saw in the Nindies that you thought were interesting, that grabbed your attention or whatever. And I am going to do what I always do. I'm going to go and grab a cup of tea because this one was kind of impromptu. I wanted to get it out as quick as I could because I only saw this morning and I just wanted to comment on it. So anyway, I will speak to you in the next one. Bye.